you've done for everybody in our company, man. Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Hey, let's get right into it, man. Let's talk about income shifting. Let's talk about why we're here. Let's talk about the things that they kind of talk about at wealthy dinner tables that they don't talk about at most dinner tables. Let's talk about why capitalism is robbing people of their wealth. That's not a bad thing unless you know better. Now, once you know better, you're supposed to do better. But what people don't realize is we spend countless hours in Making Wealth Real Financial helping people realize one thing. You can get wealthy if you start income shifting. Income shifting is basically shifting the money back away from the people who shifted it away from you. So in Making Wealth Real, that's not just a mantra or like a nickname. That's the actual name of the company. We show you the rules of the wealthy that they're never talking about in schools, and we have a staff that actually does these things for you. The first thing you got to do is understand something real simple. If nothing else, please know that you have to get wealthy using strategy, not hype, not fluff, not puff, but we're a real group of people using real strategies to get real results. But you got to first know what's keeping you from getting wealthy. We call this our 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. We're going to talk about the 4 things first that keep you from getting wealthy. Then we're going to talk about the 3 solutions to overcome those 4 problems. We're going to give you the 2 goals that everybody should have for themselves. And we're going to give you the 1 company in summary making those things happen. The first thing you got to understand is inflation, taxes, debt, and big business rob you of your wealth. Now, why is that important? Well, you'll never look at these things the same. See, first of all, inflation means the value of your dollar drops every single day. You're actually losing money every single day if you can't increase your revenues or if you can't increase your profits at the same rate as business owners. Well, Brian, what exactly does that mean? Well, daycare is up, healthcare is up, nail care is up, food and clothing is up, college is up. But if you're making the same money you were making 10 years ago, your dollar is actually down because it's not going as far. The reason that is because in this country, business owners control how much things cost. And as long as a business owner is controlling how much things cost, then guess what? You have to be able to control how much you make. Now, the second thing you got to remember is taxes. Taxes are the chainsaw massacre of your business. We call inflation the silent killer because people don't realize every day that your dollar loses value. But we call taxes the chainsaw massacre. Why? They just reach into your check. Federal, state, sales, property, ad valorem, luxury, capital gains. You were taught your whole life to try to budget your way to wealth, but you were never taught that the government takes 1/3 of your wealth off the top. So if prices are going sky high and your dollar's losing value, and if taxes are coming out your check off the top, you're losing 1/3 of your money, which means you're working for the government for 1/3 of the year. How in the world are you gonna get wealthy if you only got 8 months left and they already took you for 4? Next, you got debt. Put this in your notes, guys. Taxes actually cause debt. See, debt is the family curse. See, here's what people miss. If the 2 largest accounts in the world are the U.S. Treasury, that's taxes, and the Federal Reserve, that's the banks, you ever ask yourself, where do they get all the money from? The people. So if the people had all the power, how is it that the U.S. Treasury has the largest account in the world and the Federal Reserve has the 2nd largest in the world? It's because they tricked us into giving all our money to them. So if you have the power, Making Wealth Real Financial will show you how to shift that power back to yourself. Here's the reality. If you work for the government from January to April, you work for the banks from May to August. If the government didn't take so much money off the top, you wouldn't work so hard on the bottom. So taxes actually cause debt. If you take $18,000 of my $50,000 and I take home $32,000, the only way for me to get back to 50 is to borrow it. Now, here's what people do. They make the mistake of going to problem number 4 to make them feel better about the first 3 problems. It's not laughing. It's not funny. Ha ha. I'm not laughing because it's comical. I'm laughing because it's frustrating. I got to laugh to keep from crying. Why do we go to big business to make us feel better when we do get a little extra cash flow? The first thing we say is, how can I spend it? Not how can I invest it? How can I spend it? It's a miseducation. So because my taxes are coming off the top And because my debt is coming off the bottom, and because my dollar is losing value, I now have to find something in big business to validate myself. So what happens is capitalism will take advantage of you if you don't know that the name of the game is to keep you contributing to capitalism, but never participating in capitalism. Once you realize that the big four are against you, you will join a team of people and you'll start fighting fire with fire. Let me give you guys a great example. Right now, here's Christmas coming up. Nothing wrong with Christmas. I love the holidays. I love giving. I love bringing families together. I love spending time with loved ones. But the commerciality is getting out of control. Brown Thursday in November. Cyber Monday in November. Black Friday in November, right? You never hear about Wealth Wednesday. You never hear that holiday where they want to teach you how to get wealthy. They teach you how to make them wealthy. December, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. January, New Year's. February, Valentine. March, spring break. April, Easter. May, Mother's Day. June, Father's Day. July, 4th of July. August, back to school. September, Labor Day. October, Halloween. When you have a month that says you have to contribute to capitalism, but never participate in capitalism, and you do that for 12 months straight, you wonder why you never hit your 2 financial goals. See, what we do is provide solutions. The solutions are simple. We have a home-based business that'll help combat all 4 of those challenges. That's the first thing. The second thing is, because of COVID, we're doing it virtually, so we're nice and safe at home. Then we have experts in every area of finance that are going to help you overcome those 4 challenges. Watch as I count down. 4 things are keeping you from your money: inflation, taxes, debt, big business. Those are some giants when you're by yourself. They look like peons when you're part of a winning team. You got 3 ways to fix it. Start a home-based business, and we wink, wink, have one for you, Making Wealth Real Financial. Do it virtually so you can stay safe away from COVID during the social distancing era. And now let the experts do all the work so they can fight fire with fire. Now, the home-based business is arguably the most important one because it allows you to, number one, lower your taxes. Think about it. If taxes are your biggest expense, why don't you have a home-based business that legally, ethically, and morally can help you lower them? The other thing is inflation. If you make money from home and the earning capacity is unlimited, then now inflation won't hit you so bad because when they go up in prices, you go up in revenue. Number 3, you got to realize that the most important part of a pandemic is you staying safe. So what the home-based business provides is what? A safe haven where you're already quote unquote quarantined, but you can make money because the bill collectors don't care that 10 million people lost their jobs with 7 days notice. The bill collectors don't care that 401ks were sliced in half. The bill collectors don't care. You still got to send a mortgage. You still got to send a car note. You still got to send the student loans. You would think during a pandemic, everybody would come together and freeze and give people a break. No, what a home-based business does is allow you to fight fire with fire. Now, the other thing you got to remember is that it's virtual. Think about it. If everybody's at home and we're all somewhat quarantined and social distancing may last for another year, why don't you use the internet and use online platforms like they use you? See, if Facebook is going to use me and run up their ad revenue, I'm going to use them and have something for them to advertise. If Twitter and Instagram and Zoom are going to use me to get their subscription count up, I'm going to use them to build my home-based business. Why don't you learn to fight fire with fire? And last but not least, every icon you know, everybody you look up to has a team of experts that specialize in their area of expertise. See, here's the problem, guys. Most of us want to get wealthy, but we don't know how because no one taught us how to get wealthy. So we spend the first 15 years making mistakes. I know I lost my first $1 million in my 20s because I made a whole bunch of mistakes. Here's what I learned. FAIR stands for fail early and responsibly. Because I made my mistakes early, by the time I recovered in my 30s, it's been on ever since. Why? Because what you got to realize is that no one's teaching you these things for a reason. If you get the knowledge and get the wisdom and the understanding, they can no longer take advantage of you. Why don't you have a staff of experts? Ours is less than I mean, it's $228. That's the price of a night out with the family, eating dinner and a movie. $228 one time, and $119 per month will bring you experts in every area of your finances. Let me break this down, then I'm gonna show you guys some real examples from real people. Once these experts give you, well, no, you don't have to learn it. Actually, they do it for you. Once they give you the success stories, and once they give you, the confidence, and once they give you these results you're going to see, now your two objectives become a reality. See, most people aim at nothing and they hit it dead on the head. Your goals are simple when it comes to money. Your current lifestyle is paid for by your labor, but your future lifestyle is paid for with your investments. Most people don't have enough money in the current, so they aren't even thinking about the future. So you know what happens? Their future looks just like their present, and that's why people work the rest of their natural lives. Here's a quote for you guys. If you're not investing, you're not even on the road to wealth. So you want to start investing so that one day you won't have to work. Put this in the comments for me. Something has to work, just not me. Okay. When I learned that, I figured out, okay, I got to get some assets that bring in some dividends. I got to get some assets that bring in interest. I got to start lending my money to big business so they pay me instead of me paying them. I might get a municipal bond so that the government pays me instead of me paying them. Oh, I might become the lender and not the borrower, so the bank pays me and not me pay them. Oh, I might need to get into real estate, so when things inflate, I don't get beat up by inflation. I ride the inflation. See, there's nothing wrong with the 4 challenges when you make them part of your 2 objectives. If you're not investing, you're not even on the road to wealth. So guess what? The one company that makes all of this happen under one umbrella is Making Wealth Real Financial. We're going to show you with our experts how to overcome the 4 challenges. We're going to provide the 3 solutions right up under this umbrella during the COVID era to help you hit those 2 goals. And I've never seen a company this young operate in such a professional manner this fast and is actually 14 to 16 months old. It has the backing of strategic partners that are 10, 15, and 20 years old. When I tell you guys you're in the right place at the right time, you're in the right place at the right time. So Brian, $228, $119 a month. What exactly do the experts do? All right, let's break this down. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but I'm going to have some people explain it. Number 1, Money Max is the lowering of your taxes. That's one of the challenges, right? So if taxes are your biggest expense, why not have a staff of enrolled agents that are going to help you get your money up front by adjusting your W-4? Why not have a staff of enrolled agents that will even look at your past year's tax returns and show you where you may have overspent? Why not have a staff of enrolled agents that are going to show you how to hire your children or keep excellent records so the largest expense you have will never be your largest expense again? See, don't get audited like I did for 4, 5, 6 years, paying back hundreds of thousands of dollars when you can get it right up front, minimize your taxes, and keep your money in your household. I have a gentleman I want to bring up real quick, Mr. Billy Sanford. Billy, come on up, man, and talk to these individuals about why this is such an important pillar of ours. Billy, how you feeling?
Man, blessed.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. Billy, where are you from and what do you do for a living? Let everybody know.
I'm from the state of Maryland. I'm an educator.
You're an educator. Now, Billy, talk about the 2 things that Money Max did for you that sent shockwaves through your bank account.
All right. Well, the first thing I did, Brian, was I took my last 2 pay stubs and I uploaded them into our portal. And I uploaded my last 3 years of taxes. Within like 3 to 5 days, I received an updated W-4. So when I got my W-4, it's a note that if you have a home-based business, to implement strategy 2. Okay. And strategy 2 is when you track your business expenses for 30 days using TaxBot. Upload your business expenses and send them to the experts. So once I did that, the experts sent me back another updated W-4. When I took that W-4 to my payroll officer, I was able to shift $1,200 back into my house, which is roughly $15,000 per year.
Now, freeze. So the first thing you did was turn your expenses into deductions, and the experts filled out the form for you when you uploaded 2 pay stubs. Am I right?
Yes.
Then you got a little change in your pocket from the tax reduction, but they said, listen, and this is what a lot of people miss. Do 30 days worth of record keeping so we can look at your numbers honestly. And once you save these records in your app on your phone, we'll adjust your W-4 again. That brought $15,000 back per year into your household.
Yes.
Now, what do we do with the money, Billy? I haven't told them about debt elimination yet, but go ahead and jump into Equity Max. What do you do with the $15,000?
So I took the $1,200 per month, the $15,000 per year. I plugged it into Equity Max, and that took my 26-year mortgage down to a 9-year mortgage, saved me over $100,000 in interest over the 17 years, and having me completely debt free by 2029.
So you. So you 17 years earlier, you saving hundreds of thousands in interest, and you have a debt-free date and a millionaire date. And once you put all that stuff in the computer, am I right?
Yes, and it's so crazy that when I start making my extra mortgage payments, the mortgage company is asking me, how are you coming up with all of these extra payments?
Is that their business? Like,
No.
That's what's so funny about banks, right? That's none of your business. Just, I got a contract with you to pay this amount, but I'm giving you more than that because the government is giving me more money in my what? In my paycheck. And Billy, the only way you're able to do that is to own a what? Home-based business. I appreciate it, big guy. Congratulations, man. A $15,000 a year raise. What can I say?
For an educator, man, that's amazing.
That's amazing. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
So, guys, let's talk about Credit Max. Now, Credit Max is the credit restoration service. See, all we're doing is upload. Billy uploaded some documents into Money Max. He got a $15,000 a year raise. You can upload some documents into Credit Max and get the exact same result. Here is why this is so important. There are a lot of illegal things that happen between the creditors and the bureaus. I don't have time to get into it. I don't have to get into it because we got a staff of experts that have been restoring credit for 20 to 25 years. All I know is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian can keep you in bondage by your creditors giving you high interest rates. Why not get the lowest interest rate possible by increasing your credit score? I got a young man I want to bring up that's going to talk about this and show you guys what happened to him. Austin, talk about Credit Max, man. What's your before and after?
Hey, Mr. Beane. How you doing? I'm wonderful. About yourself?
I'm good, man. What's your story? Give me a numerical change in your life.
Well, real quick, I joined MWR back in August. Okay. And procrastinated to join, kind of apply to the services, right? So back in September, I had they gave me instructions as to what to do. So I got the 3 credit reports from the different bureaus, and I uploaded in the portal in the back office, and they sent me an email just kind of explaining to me that they'll handle everything. I don't have to worry about anything, just kind of, give me the results in my back office. Okay. So I started off at a 6, probably about a 660, somewhere around there. And as of today, I'm at 773 right now.
So you got a 100-point plus increase
from September. Yeah. And kind of back up, I was trying to fix my own credit. And so the frustrating thing about that is time consuming, right? So you constantly going back and forth, sending letters. But with these guys, all I know is they morally, ethically doing something right? So I literally went from 660 to a 773 as of today.
And talk to the people, man, who say they can do it themselves. They don't need experts. It's time. Time is money. Am I right?
Literally, you get back that time because you need that time to do other things and be more focused. Now you got experts that literally do this for you. And all you have to do is just simply follow their instructions and do it exactly what they tell you to do. I just do that. And they'll send you back an email. They'll let you know if they need additional documentations or whatever. So you really just pause, and let them handle it.
Love it, man.
And it's one, because having a 773, to most people, it may not seem like a lot, but when you talk about getting loans, your interest rate drops down tremendously.
Big time.
So now you got the empowerment to do the things that you always desire to do, whether get a better interest rate on a car loan or mortgage or whatever the case may be. So even in our refinancing our mortgage, with that 773 credit score, now our mortgage payments are going to drop. So that's the beautiful thing about it.
It's a win-win, and that's what I tell.
It's a win-win. Absolutely.
Put this in your notes. your credit score determines how much you pay for money. Your credit score determines how much you pay for money. So congratulations, man, on paying as little as possible for your money. All right, good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Guys, you got to understand how this works now. You got to get this. Taxes coming down because of Money Max. Credit scores going up because of Credit Max. Debt going down because of Equity Max. And then we show you where to build wealth with something called Wealth Max. All right, man, I brought a lot of diversity tonight. I got my man, Anthony Munoz. Anthony, you made it.
Hey, how you doing,
man.
Mr. Beane?
You look great. Anthony, where you from originally?
I am originally from Passaic, New Jersey.
Okay. And where do you live now?
Right now, I live in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Talk to the people about what happened with you and Credit Max. Is it Credit Max?
It is Credit Max.
Talk to him. I think you had a bigger leap, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I had a huge leap when I got in. I got to the numbers right away, and I put all the numbers in. The experts got back to me. They told me you need to do this, not that. Do this, not that. I did what they told me, and within 3 weeks, my score went up 75 points. And I was in shock because I couldn't believe it. It's something I couldn't do in the last 10, 15 years.
So what I like about that, man, is that not only do you have a chat box where they consult and help you, anything that they do, they're going to take care of the illegal things in your report. But anything that you need to do, they show you how to enhance some things and improve your debt to income ratio and all that stuff on the side. So you got consultation with experts 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but basically in the chat box, and they get with you within 24 to 48 hours. And just all you did was follow their instructions.
Feels like 24/7, but all I did is follow the instructions. Then 4 weeks after that, it increased another 50 points. So that's a total of 125 in 7 weeks.
So you went from the 5s to the 7s.
5 to the 7, 576 to be exact, 701, and currently I'm at 709.
Man, let me tell you something, Anthony. People miss this, and I'm gonna let you guys go after I show you this quick compensation plan. People miss this. Do you know that with Money Max, we've saved about $5 million a month, $60 million in taxes back to our members with Money Max. $60 million our first year in business. With Credit Max, we've helped thousands of people improve their scores from anywhere from 50 points to 150 points, like yourself, right?
Right.
With Equity Max, $500 million in interest has been saved with our members. $500 million. And not only that, that's 13,000 years that they've shaved off the creditors plan. 13,600 years to be exact came back to the members. Put this in the comments, guys. Just put this in the notes. I'm ready to shift. I'm ready to shift. If you want to be part of that 500 million, if you want to be part of that 50 to 150 improvement, if you want to be part of that 5 million a month, 60 million a year, put in the notes, I'm ready to shift. Congratulations, Anthony, man. You're doing a great job. You ready to start getting
Thank you, Mr. Beane.
Yes, sir. You ready to get paid?
I'm ready.
All right, man. I'll show you how. Let's go. Let's do it. Congratulations. All right, guys. Let's show you where it all ends. Okay. Let me show you where it all ends. So Equity Max we just talked about. That's where basically your creditors are literally taking your your payment plan that you're currently on, and Equity Max is going to show you how they're trying to make thousands of dollars off you. And then we show you the plan that we put you on and cut those plans in half, because it's all numbers. If you don't have a plan for your money, somebody else does. So we've shaved 13,000 years off our members' plans. Now watch this. Wealth Max is where it all leads. Now what is Wealth Max? Well, Wealth Max now is where at no risk at all, we teach you we have what's called private banking, right? Or a private reserve account. And then we have what's called land banking. I want you to think about it. If inflation is 4% and you're putting your money in the bank getting 1%, it doesn't matter how much money you save, you're actually losing money at the bank. When you think about getting double and triple and quadruple digit returns, those type of returns are reserved for people who do what wealthy people do. Wealthy people invest in what are called real assets. Poor people invest in what are called cash equivalents. Think about it. A cash equivalent means you have access to your money within 24 to 48 hours. That's why it's called a cash equivalent. You can't save money in a savings account and think you're going to make a ton of money off of it, because the bank is lending your money. What we do with a private reserve account is we put your money where the bank is putting your money into different vehicles like insurance. That's why you see FDIC, a little plaque in the back of every bank on the counter. Why not ask the bank, wait a minute, if you're giving me 1%, you must be getting 12%. Let me find out what a 12% is and doesn't follow the volatility of the stock market like my 1% does. Exactly. That's what private banking or private reserve account will do. You can get your private reserve account, for example, with an $80,000 balance, borrow $20,000 from your private reserve account to purchase anything you like, but the interest still draws on the account as if it's $80,000 still in. You would think it would drop down to 60. No, there's certain instruments or investment vehicles that don't operate like you're used to, but you have to be in a certain income bracket to get them. Making Wealth Real pulls the veil back now, and as long as you can afford to play, guess what? You can get in the game. Wealth Max also includes land banking. We have a firm that's done the research, done all the due diligence, and they found land in Southern California in an area called Antelope Valley. They call it, the nickname is Green Energy Valley. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's following the same trend as Silicon Valley. So if you could have invested in Silicon Valley 25 years ago, now you know where Google and Yahoo and YouTube and all these .coms came from. If you could have invested in land out in Silicon Valley 25 years ago, do you know where you'd be today? Wealth Max and land banking, the lightning struck again. In Southern California, about 60 miles outside of LA, there's an area called Antelope Valley that's following the same trend that Silicon Valley follows now. What does that mean to you? Well, you have the opportunity to purchase land wholesale now that your debt is down, now that your taxes are down, now that your credit scores are up, now that your bills and expenses are down. Now you can create wealth with your new cash flow. Would you guys believe it if I told you that you can get a deed in your hand today, and in 7 to 8 years, you can't even sell the deed until it hits 20% minimum. So now you can hand your children or grandchildren an asset that you started building during the pandemic of 2020. Now, everything I've talked about so far is cash flow. Let's show you some quick income, and my 30 minutes of fame is officially up. The first thing you guys have to understand is you can introduce this business to people and create leverage for yourself. See, we have something called, these are called leadership bonuses, but let me give you verbally something called a momentum bonus, because I have a young lady I want to bring up who was actually able to hit her first momentum bonus. She's actually from Panama, and she has the best accent in the world. So watch out as we build a lot of cultural diversity and introduce this whole concept to the world. There's not a person in this country who can't use it. Right? Before I talk about these leadership bonuses, this young lady, a good friend of mine, Miss Monique, come up and talk to me, was able to hit the momentum bonus. How you feel, Monique Smith?
I am feeling awesome. Hello, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us real quick. I wanted to tell them about the leadership bonuses, but first I want to tell them about the momentum bonus. You were able to put some people on the Zoom during the pandemic. Am I right?
Correct.
You were able to show them that they can grow their money with strategy. Am I right?
Yes.
You introduce them to our experts and they can improve their cash flow. Am I right?
Absolutely.
The funny thing about you, Monique, you didn't even know the checks were waiting on you in your e-wallet. Is that true or false?
Very true.
What is exciting you about this opportunity? First of all, congratulations on being a rising star and getting your 3 knocked out in record time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's a $150 bonus. Why are you so excited about these things?
I am excited because guess what, people? Hello, everyone. Brian, I want to say something before. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I want to tell you all, I joined, pay my $228. I invite my 3 people. For each people, as he said, I get $50, which it was a total of $150. Because of that, I was able to get $5 daily.
Nice.
But that's not the best part. The best part is because of the $228 when we join, there's a $119 fee that we pay every month. Guess what, people? It pays its own self because of winning the $5.
Now I'm gonna show them what that means. I'm gonna show them what that means in a second as I conclude here. But what she's saying, guys, is the 228 and the 119 actually will cover itself because you earn $5 a day minimum, and it goes all the way up to $1,000 a day. You earn $5 a day minimum, which is $150 when you introduce 3 people. Now, Monique, you did it in like a week, so you ended up getting an extra $150 momentum bonus.
Momentum.
So it sounds like your favorite number is 50. You got 53 times for each person, right? 50, 50, 50.
Yes.
You got 150 because you did it in 1 month. Am I right?
Correct.
And now the 3 people earn you $5 per day, so you earn 150 a month to cover your 119.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So you know what? That is my lucky number, 150.
All right, good. Now, do me a favor. In Spanish, tell everyone I'm ready to take MWR to the world.
Quiero que sepan todos que estoy lista para coger MWR al mundo. Y vamos a cogerlos todos para explotarlo.
Love it. I love it, man. Y'all give a round of applause. Give me some clapping emojis. Monique, congratulations on your business being funded. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right,
Good
guys.
night.
You're welcome. So, guys, she's great. She's great. So we have several different bonuses. I'm not going to go over all of them. The momentum bonus is 150, 450, and 900. So 150, 450, and 900. I don't have a slide for that tonight. I forgot to make that one. The leadership bonus you see here ranges anywhere from $10 all the way up to $75. Now, you won't even know these individuals, okay? I didn't know half the people on Monique's team. I don't know half the people on Anthony's team. I don't know half the people on Billy's team. I don't know half the people on Austin's team. But guess what? You're able to help people get in business, and you start earning anywhere from 10 to 20 to 45 to 55 to 65 to 75 per person. Guys, that's called leverage. I've been blessed to hit the top of the compensation plan, and off strangers I don't even know, I earned $75 overrides on anyone in my national director code. That's called leverage. What that means is you're not the only person now responsible for your income. Very, very powerful. Let's have some fun. The vehicle bonus. What about earning an extra $500, $1,250, or $3,000 per month on the 10th of every single month, like clockwork, off of a vehicle bonus? The good news, you don't have to get a vehicle. The company's going to deposit the $500, the $1,250, or the $3,000 in your account, whether you have a car or not. People don't know, but I'm a car enthusiast. I collect vintage cars. I have 4 vintage cars, and I have 3 daily drivers. I have the titles to all 7. So I don't have a car note, but I still earn $3,000 per month on the 10th of every month. Why? Because as your organization grows, so do the perks. Now, before I show you this final bonus, let me just make sure you're crystal clear. You have a momentum bonus for helping 3 people get started within 30 days. That ranges anywhere from 150 to 450 to 900 if you help those 3 duplicate and they help 3 people duplicate. 30, 60, 90 days. You have a leadership bonus that ranges anywhere from $10 to $75 per person. You won't even know half the people. I earn 5 figures per month, and I'm not talking about $10,000. I'm not talking about $12,000. I'm not talking about $18,000. I'm not talking about $20,000 per month because of leverage. And I, just like you, had the opportunity to invest $228. I earn an extra $3,000 per month, $3,000 a month off of the luxury vehicle bonus, in addition to all the bonuses I've talked about so far. And when all else fails, Making Wealth Real Financial is the only company I've seen in 20 years where there's a guarantee that even if you hit certain point equivalents, they'll pay you a minimum of $5 a day, all the way up to $1,000 per day minimum, because your organization hit those tiers and you can now budget your bills. Can you imagine having a minimum of $30,000 a month? Okay, that may be too high for some people. Can you imagine having a minimum of $200 a day, which is $6,000 a month? Can you imagine having a minimum of $20 a day, which is $600 per month? Newsflash, That's 12 people in your organization. Can you imagine having a minimum of $5 a day, which is $150 a month, like Monique? So she's so excited because her business is paid for every month. Now, every dollar she earns from this point forward is profit. Why? Because she's already hit the $5 a day level, and she's on her way to 20 a day, which is $600 a month. I have the blessing of being at 500 a day. So every single day at 5 o'clock, I get what? A text message. Brian, what's the text message say? Well, the text message says you've earned $500 a day minimum, and then 500 yesterday. See? And then 500 the day before, and then 500 the day before, and then 500 the day before. Can you imagine a base of $15,000 based on something I did last year? And can you imagine what it's going to be this year when I duplicate what I did last year, starting in 2021? We're looking for a few people that want to come with us. Listen, there are 3 kinds of people watching us right now. Just let us know who you are. And number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. I see the money. I see the potential. I see the experts. My credit is great. I don't need that. I don't want to help anybody start their own business. COVID's going to be fine. We don't need any changes. Everything, the NBA and the NFL are playing without fans, but that's okay. The NCAA had to cancel some tournaments, but we'll get over it. Churches can't meet right now. Vegas is half shut down. The whole travel industry took a hit. Flight attendants can't fly. Pilots can't fly. Hotels can't rent, but we'll be okay. All right. I love your optimism. Number 2, say, Brian, I see your checks. I see your phone, but I just don't want extra money, but I do want extra cash flow. Number 2 says, I want to be a member. $79 a month, and you was calling number 2. I'm sorry, not number 1, but number 2. $79 a month. That gets you the Financial Edge membership, and that's Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. All included in the $79. Number 1 says, Brian, I'm all the way in. You could have shut up a long time ago. I see the daily checks. I love the car bonuses. I love the daily guarantee. I love the momentum bonus. I want the Financial Edge membership. I do believe that this pandemic is serious. And even if it would have happened again in 5 years, because we never know, guess what? I'm ready this time. That's what we're looking for. The person who wants to prepare for war in times of peace. Let me tell you guys something. Get with the person that invited you, because tomorrow we're going to do another drawing. And tomorrow, the first female to earn the $1 million residual ring is right here with us again. The first female in the company to ever hit the regional director position is right there with us again. The fastest young lady to the 2nd highest position in the compensation plan is right here with us again. You want to hear from Cash Flow Christie and another wave of success stories that she's going to bring to the table tomorrow night. Same time, same pin code. Listen, guys, that's my 35 minutes of fame. I really, really appreciate it. Get with the person that invited you. Let us know if you're out, you're number 3. And number 2, you want the membership. And number 1, you are all the way in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with another $1 million residual ring earner and the top producer in the entire, one of the top producers in the entire company and a future millionaire in our industry, Christy Howell. You guys have a good night. Thanks for your time.